Good morning, good morning. I'm so excited to share about what has just been on my heart so powerfully. And I realized that it's time for me to start being more authoritative myself, with myself, and also for you. So, we're going to be really pounding this idea of authority as I keep encountering my nanny jobs, even just in public when I'm watching. I went to the park the other day, and this gentleman was following. She probably looked about maybe five, and she was on her bike with training wheels, and she. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was a scooter. She just was taking off on her scooter, and he comes around the corner, and he looks at me, and I'm like, I said hi to her, as she zoomed by, and he has her helmet in his hand, and he goes, "Your helmet's in my hand. You probably should stop." And she just was like, you know what I mean? Because she's having fun. And it just made me think, wow, okay, that's an example. Like he obviously wants her to wear the helmet, but it's like he's given up. Like he didn't even want to, he wasn't chasing after her. He said it so I could hear it, but she didn't hear him because she was taking off. And it just reiterates to me that it's not something that we mean to do, but having authority is really an important part of safety for our children. And so, one of the things that I think traditionally that we have been doing to create a pushback is that we tend to try to have authority over our children. And if you think about this, think about if you've ever had a boss or a supervisor, and if someone comes and asks you a question, if you've ever felt like I have, where I'm like, they have authority over me. Why are you asking me? Well, and please go ask my boss. Um, it's not my choice. I don't have a decision. I'm just doing what I'm told. My opinion doesn't really matter. I'm not the authority here. Versus if you have a situation where you have a collaboration of authority or a teamwork, if you've ever had a boss that actually includes you in decision making, which usually makes you a supervisor or a manager, but I remember when I would get promoted to those positions and I was getting that inside information, I felt so privileged. And at the same time, my personality is to want to share it with the people that I have, that I'm apparently or whatever over is what they even want to try to make you feel like that I had that they're over. But because of the way I was raised as a child, when my dad said that I left my conversation when I was 6 years old thinking everybody's the best. I just don't look at life like that. Like everybody to me is the best. We're all human first, right? We're all the best. So having authority over something just doesn't work with my personality. Yet I realize though that if you don't have some type of authority, that then you get walked on. And once people realize that you are not going to take authority, including our children, they're just going to do whatever they want to do. And so that is a conundrum that we have with today's society where we have that idea of what is it called? I just want to flick it. I think it's called like gentle parenting or something. Or then we have the tough love. Those types of comments to me, I just want to flick out of our mindset because they just come with a whole bag of lots of connotations. And that's why I'm using the word with versus over because if you really think about it, we love our children, right? But do we really want them to feel like they don't have a say? Do we really want them to feel like what they think or their ideas don't matter? Do we really want them to just be doing the things that we tell them to do because they feel like they have to do it? Or do we really want them to know that they're we want them to learn to do these things without us even being there? That's what I really want to stress. Okay, it's already been 4 minutes. Mercy. um, I really want to stress the importance of understanding the idea that having authority with your child does not take away any of your power. It actually adds to your power, because instead of them thinking things like, I don't have a say, it doesn't matter, so that they're in this world of, I don't know, I'm just doing whatever. And so then they're not thinking about stuff ahead of time. They're not learning. They're not getting social skills. They're not getting connection. That's where all of this comes into play. And what I included, I tried to be, I was telling you, I'm going to be changing. All this stuff is going to be more calculated. I included the idea that, I'm an on call nanny, so I meet children for the first time that day. And it's even phenomenal to me how I can get children to just start listening to me, to trust me, to do what I ask them to do so that they're safe, so we can have fun, so I can take them to the park, so that I can do the things that I want to do with them, especially because they're not my child and I have more of a responsibility to make sure that they stay safe. Um, because I need to deliver them back to their parents, right? So I'm really wanting to just really put it out there now that I feel like I've done a lot of establishing myself, in the sense of, I was trying to establish authority from October of last year till now. I've been coming on here regularly so that we could get a relationship. And now I want to take it to another level, to allow you to DM me. And if you want any of this stuff to be tailored to your parenting style, we can do that. I want you to know that 100%, I am 100% positive that if you want to implement the idea of a collaborative authoritation with your children that will give you so much power and control, actually, that and at the same time creating an environment that your child will thrive. Because the thing is the three tools that I use are being funny, which is an acronym, we've talked about it; being interested in what they're interested in, we've talked about it; and being there, we've talked about it. Okay, but how to integrate it into your personal family dynamic is where I can come in and truly help. And if you really desire that, I would love, love, love to hear from you and to work with you. Also, um, I put a link in for the community. We've got to build this community so that we can start collaborating together. And I've got to get used to even putting some of these lives in there. I might switch from doing it here to putting it inside of the community, so that it's something that we can that I know I'm talking to who I'm talking to, and that we can all make use of this. Because the whole point of the vision that God's given me is to help this generation to be able to, we're laying a red carpet for our children, this generation, so that we can have future leaders that are filled with this fruit of the Spirit. They're going to have joy, peace, love, patience, temperance and self control, meekness and humility, faithfulness. All of those things, there's no law against those things, so there is no reason to not implement those things into your child's life. And the best way to do that is to collaborate with them, to let them know that what they say matters, what they think matters, yet what they think and say may also and does 100% need to go through the filter of their parents or their teacher or someone that has the 10,000 plus days of experience versus their 500 to 2,000 or 3,000 days. It's just practical. So, I am decreeing and declaring today that we are going to move forward with this thing, and it's not just going to be words and things like that. We're going to start putting this into action. And I'm so excited because everywhere I go, to nanny, when I'm there in person, there is a beautiful moment where I'm able to meet this child for the first time and develop all of these things. I've been doing it for over 30 years. I 100% know it works with every child that I've ever met. So why wouldn't it work for you and your children? It will. It's going to work. And I don't want this to come across like anybody's having a problem. It is just natural. We even go into workspaces thinking, being told that now you're over these people. I remember even hearing that and I'm like, over them. They're my teammates. We're gonna all work together. And even as I own a business, It's going to feel like that. Children feel like they're in control when they're around me. Are they? Please. Seriously. Do you think I'm look like a pushover? In ways I could be, but not when it comes to safety and when it comes to the future of a child's life. Absolutely not. If they have to cry in front of me and I feel like crying, I have to sometimes let them do that. It's a rod. If you spare the rod, you're going to spoil the child. The rod is the feeling that they get when they do something subpar. They've got to take responsibility. Then they've got to come tell about it, take responsibility by confessing it with their mouth, and which is what helps seal it. Verbal contracts, we can talk about that later, but again, DM me and let me know your situation, what's going on, what kind of a creatively brilliant child you have, and we can put all of these things into play for your family. And I guarantee you that whether or not you're already doing collaborative authority or not, these tools seriously help. I just did a speech last week, and one of the people from the speech contacted me and said that she used the 33-second rule with her child when she was taking him to daycare, because he always melts down because he has separation anxiety. She used the tool she just heard it in my speech. It was a 5-minute speech. I just popped it in there. She went and used it and it worked. Okay, so that even makes me feel so great, because I'm like, yay, it doesn't just work for me, because that's what I'm afraid of. Is this just for me, Lord? Like, is it only me? Because I can't, how am I going to go to 7 or a billion different houses? Please let them do it. So please DM me, let's work this out. And this is going to be really fun. This generation, I'm going to even be bold enough to declare that the terrible twos, okay, that's going to go away when we start doing this stuff. The train up a child method is going to obliterate the terrible twos. We're going to have 2-year olds that are going to be so innovative that people are going to be like, wait just a second, let me go ask my 2-year old, so what do you think about this color? And when they choose, we're going to actually go with what they say. With certain things. I mean, obviously you're not going to ask them about your stocks and your bonds and whether to buy a house, okay? Please help me. All right. So please take this, run with it, and I look forward to seeing you in the community and getting your message so that we can see about what we can do with. I can't wait to meet all of your kiddos. So take care. Loving winds. Have a very blessed rest of your week. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you, and you, and you. Kiddos, listen to your parents. Much love. Mwah.